Do 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 do. What? Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Oh no. Hello, 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 everyone. Um, Welcome back to Warcraft Rewrite Live Edition. Hopefully everything's running good. You will notice that the size is a little weird, and that has to deal with the size of my monitor. So everything has to match up just right. Sorry, not sorry about that. I will be doing the Average Joe challenge. And if you're wondering what the Average Joe challenge is, I really wanted a challenge in the game that I felt like was kind of impossible. And no, I'm not going to keep that. Um, I always loved hearing about all these challenges, and I decided that I kind of wanted to make my own. And I always wondered how far you could level with your starter gear and just not changing your starter gear. Is it possible? How far can you get? And now I started the Average Joe challenge with a couple of guildies, and I set down some base rules and guidelines. If you want more information on that, you can go to the Warcraft Rewrite Discord. There's a link in the description below to see all of it. There's a whole page for it. And I can't take this guy serious with this bald spot. I usually like wizard. You'll notice that Angle Eye has wizard hair. I don't know. It's one of the new ones. I kind of like it instead of some weird one like that. And definitely not going to do those. I don't know. There's something weird about these. I think I just might do wizard. I just like the style. Uh, but the base of the challenge is you can't change your. You know what? I might keep the Aratha ears. Can't change your starter gear. You can't change your starter weapon, but you can apply trinkets and necklaces, but they can't go above green. And then there's a bunch of other rules that go along with that. This is the longest I think I've ever been in person creator because I'm not used to talking at the same time. Weird. I like how I'm just making Angle Eye. I should do something weird. I really should. Dry is in the lead for what level. I can look really quick. I have it updated on the Discord. She's made it to level 64. She almost made it to max level, but then died in Dragonflight. And the highest I've ever gone is 27. And that character's name is Average Joe. Hers was Plain Violet. She still uses Plain Violet, by the way. She just wanted to keep her because she was already a high enough level. I could hop on Average Joe, but I'm not. I'm gonna hop on a brand new character so that you can all follow me along. So with that being said, I should definitely change the hairstyle because I don't want to recreate Angle Eye. No one likes seeing that. No one likes seeing recreated. You know what? I kind of like that. I've always liked this, but I've always hated it at the same time. Definitely have to change the face. Oh yeah, definitely. Uh face shape, please. Narrow face style. As we play along, I will go through some of the rules. If I run into one, I'll be like, all right, so this I can't do, this I can do. I don't like the way the hair clips through the ears. That was always one problem with elves. See, now I like playing blood elves because for the horde, uh, but I never liked how their ears and transmogs never worked correctly. It always kind of irritated me. His eye color. That's another thing. Let's give him something crazy, something weird. Like how I'm dangling over blue. Make him purple. Make him go blind. Chromatic. Let's do that. That looks kind of fun. All right. So this is our average run-of-the-mill Joe. He can only be a warrior or a hunter. And if you pick a hunter, you have to go under marksman. And the talent tree does not matter on how you set it up. So this is going to be the most blandest person. So let's try Tom. Is Tom. I cannot do Tom. What about I about cursed. You should know something about me, guys. I love cursing, but I can't do it. I can't do it because YouTube doesn't like it. I was thinking of like Jeff. Please let me keep a normal sounding name. Why not Joe? Why can't I pick Joe? I still have Tom stuck in my head. Now Deosa said I should do Tom Brady, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So what about Tommy? I can't do Tommy. Timmy. Two. Tom, but spelled with two M's. That Tom. I'll do it. I'll accept it. You cannot do Exile's Reach. You must start at the original vanilla starting zone, and there's all my other characters. Enter. Loading. I don't care about the screen. This will be my 5th or 4th character for the Average Joe Challenge. Some other people have tried it. So right now, if I go into here, all this gear, I cannot take it off. I cannot switch it. I cannot change it. I cannot add any back pieces, shoulders, a head. I can add a shirt and tabard, but that's just because it does not reward you with anything. Otherwise, I would have excluded it, but, you know, it's a shirt. It doesn't give me any armor, doesn't give me any, like tabards, woohoo, extra experience with certain clan here, but that doesn't matter. Fingers and trinkets, I can get those, but they cannot be above green. Green is the highest you can go. Titles? Sure, you can throw in a title if you want to. Hearthstone, you can use a Hearthstone. Why? Because I said so. Alright, let's start doing quests. But yeah, for the longest time, ever since I played World of Warcraft that I could remember, I've always wondered just how long you could play with... Whoa, he started attacking. With your average gear. Oh my gosh, this layout. I about left. What am I going for? Auto loot. Action bars. That one, that one. And close. Perfect. But yeah, I've always wondered how long you could play with just your starter gear. And I bet back when I was originally thinking of this idea, you would have died pretty quick because the early game back then, or the whole game back then, was very hard. It was very difficult. But nowadays, Blizzard made the game a little bit easier, plus level scaling is a thing. Why is there so many people here? There was a server reset. Or not server reset. It was just an upgrade. Wow. Would you look at that new belt? I could equip it and gain nothing, actually, except for an item level. But that doesn't matter, because I can't use it. The best part about this is we can use transmog, which I know all of you are excited about that. You don't have to look the same. There was a time I was running around on the other Average Joe characters and people were just staring at me like I was a newbie, and it's like, no, I'm not new. I know what I'm doing. I don't even want that. Oh, I forgot Warband was a new thing. I'm gonna have to get rid of that. You can't use a Warband. That's cheating. It's not allowed. Why? Obvious reasons. Mainly, if it helps you, then you can't do it. The whole vibe I wanted to get off of this was you're just an average farmer, and in the world of Warcraft, the war is going on between the Horde and Alliance, and the Crown came to you and said, we need your help. And it's like, I'm just a poor old farmer. And they're like, I don't care, we need you. And you're like, all right, I'll help. By the way, how do I fight in a war? I don't understand what's going on. That was the entire vibe I wanted to get from it. There are some quests. So this will get easy / hard later on. Because, oh, I'm done. I need a hand in this quest. I haven't collected that transmog. That's interesting. Sorry about that. One thing to know later on is when you hit level, I think it's level 10, you can talk to Chromie. You can do any timeline. You can go quest anywhere in the world. And that's when it gets difficult, is trying to figure out the best timeline to go down. We have tried multiple timelines. I think my main right now for this challenge, he's going to Northrend doing Wrath content. I haven't fully quested in there just yet, so I don't know how good it is. But we have noticed that getting out of vanilla stuff and going into different updated content, you'll get more experience. But I've also noticed that a lot of it has a bunch of cutscenes. And if you get a quest that deals with any kind of cutscene or helping a character get out of a situation, NPC help like quests, you're basically gonna die. We found that problem right away. If you go to Red Ridge, there's a quest up here. I wish I could click on it. Up here where you help a human like come around this edge, and Dry and another guildie has died from that. So be careful what quests you use. Try to stay away from NPC helpers. Assassins. See, now, the Horde has done nothing wrong. I just need to say that. Cough. Wow, look at all this new gear. Oh my god, even more new gear that I can't use. Don't worry, you guys can use mounts, but you can't use flying mounts until Dragonflight. If you are on the Dragon Isles, you can use dragon mounts. I did allow that because when Dry got to the Dragon Isles, I was like, yeah, we need to allow that. And there it goes. Goodbye, new gear. Hello, old gear. Old weapon. Old everything. It's all until we get to... I thought there was another quest around here. Until I get a higher level, then I finally get a pet. And that's when the real fun begins, because then I don't have to worry about getting hurt by people. My pet can do all the damage. And it's always good to use a bear, I found, because they're a really good tank. Keep in mind, I've never leveled a hunter. I've always been basically paladin and mage for a little bit. I've always wanted to level a hunter, but I never got around to doing it, and I guess this really pushed me into making a hunter. If it seems like I'm speaking kind of weird, it's also because I'm making sure that I say everything correctly. You know, with videos, I can record it, cut it out, call it good. You have no idea how much I cut out. So we both say and a lot. Just a lot of like thinking and processing, and I cut out so much of it. But I leave a lot of the rants. A lot of times we go on rants, and I just keep it because I feel like it's a part of the brand. It is Warcraft Rewrite. Instead of being all scripted, that was one thing I always knew that I didn't want, was scripts. Because I could do it, but I could never follow a script. I see a script, I see the words, but my brain's like, yeah, I see what you're doing, but I'm gonna go off script. It's just the way that my brain functions. So I never wrote any scripts. Everything you hear in our videos, it's all just, to be honest, like, we'll be in a car and then talk for a little bit, and that's how much of the episode we talk about. Nothing else. Nothing at all. Oh, I'm done killing these guys. I'm done killing these guys. Stop it. That's going to be one part I need to be careful of later on, is how many people I pull. Right now, super easy, because, you know, it's the beginning content. Everything here is squishy. Squishy, squishy. It's when I get deeper into quests. I've noticed that around, what is it, Fargo Deep Mine? Yeah. We died a lot there. That was fun. Princess, she's killed us a lot. But as we slowly branch out, not fun. I really try to stay away from Duskwood. I'm also debating on where to go next. Oh my gosh, pet stuff. I can finally go get a pet. I don't even know what half of this stuff is. Again, I never make a pet. Or I never make a hunter. And I know what you're saying. Why are you doing that? There's an ability that holds all of those. And I'm like, yes, I understand that. But I'm slow. Leave me alone. There it is, the call your pet. No. This one, pet utility. I could just do that. Oh, wait, it's on my bar. No, that's men pet. What? Where's pet utility? This shows you how much I use a hunter. There we go. Perfect. I'll just get rid of stuff. Okay, I need a pet. I want to try for a bear, but I might do a wolf right away. Just because wolves are around. Hello, viewer. Colonel, my dude, what is up? Are you ready for the Average Joe challenge? I can always trust on you to be there. You and Flipnote Lucario. Now, messages will take a second. There's quite a bit of a delay. Like, I'm looking at the stream right now. I'm still by the Abbey. I am now out of the Abbey. This is pretty funny. There is bears in Elwyn, right? They're near Red Ridge. Maybe I'm ready for the private server. Oh, that would be fun. I definitely don't want to host a private server. Not yet. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. If Warcraft Rewrite really gets off the ground, I'll make my own private server and mod it to hell and back. Okay, no, but seriously, I really should go get a bear. What is this? Clip wings, main the target. And then this is discharge, leap backwards. Okay, I'm gonna place my stuff like that. Two new classes. No way. They're not doing... Okay, everybody's been wanting Necromancer. I would love if they did it, and they really pissed me off when Diablo did it. They made Necromancers for... It's called Ascension WoW. I heard... Oh! But that's not base game, right? That's not retail. See, in retail WoW, I've always wanted a Necromancer. And people say, well, that's just a Death Knight. It's like, no. Yeah, no, it's a private server. That's lame. Diablo really made me angry when Blizzard made Necromancers on there. And it's like, it's not the same. Like, I want, like, a real Necromancer, not a Death Knight. Because I feel like those are two different things. I mean, if you look at D&D, it's pretty separate. It's like those kind of things where they make new classes that make me want to play on private servers. What am I doing? I agree. Necromancer should have came. Whoa, 2 viewers. I never know if I should. I always watch streamers with World of Warcraft, and they hide their chats. I never know if I should do that or not. But with how small scale I am, I probably have nothing to worry about. I'm still also I need to, like, be careful of what I say, but there's another side of me that's like, it doesn't matter. But that would be fun to run a private server. thought there was bears around here. Are there no bears in L1? Or am I going crazy? Oh, they're over there. And up there. I'm losing my mind. I would. I'm just watching. I'm just playing too many games right now. Hey, a bear! I don't have time for private servers for me to really worry about that. Come on, be my friend. Come on, be my friend. Come on, be my friend. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to go back to actual questing. I should have set my hearth to the inn in Goldshire. That's my bad. I did done messed up. Probably shouldn't show that on stream. How new am I to this game? Very new. Warlocks can also enslave any demon. Oh, that sounds awesome. See, it's that kind of stuff. And Blizzard's kind of already done that with private servers. They've, with, what is it, Ascension? Where when private servers started coming out, Blizzard, instead of using their ideas, just shut them down completely. And then didn't accept what private servers were doing, even though clearly the player base wanted to do those things. The player base wanted to do what private servers were doing, but in the base game. And instead of doing that, Blizzard just decided to shut them down and hide them. And I really wish they would just accept it and then just put it in the actual game itself. Minecraft and Mojang, they did that with like horses and I think some other mobs and features where it was a part of like a pack, and then Mojang decided, you know what, people like it, we should add it, and then they did it. So, you know, being a warlock and just enslaving a demon just sounds fun. Depending on your level, going out, getting the Fell Reaver. Walking is so slow. I don't like walking. All of this for a bear. Should I set my Hearthstone? Usually I set my Hearthstone right there. Do 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 do. Where they kite that what's his name? Yeah, that big boss guy from the Blasted Lands. I think he's like up here. When there was that challenge to kite him into Stormwind, that was always fun. Remember, I can't change my starter gear. Can't change it. As you can see, I'm the lord of keeping people entertained. I saw music notes around this guy, and I thought he was a bard for a second there. I was like, wait a minute, bards aren't a thing. Can multiple people enslave the demon? Or is it just one person? Alright, let's go to Stormwind. So I can get cooking and fishing. I guess cooking and fishing are around me. They really need to fix the map system. Especially with how many islands are here. Oh, that's cool. To get like a whole group together to enslave a demon. That'd be fun. It kind of reminds me of that challenge where you summon a demon and you need 4 or 5 warlocks, and then one of the people randomly dies. That used to be an old game. I don't know if that's still an ability or not. What's that other game you've been playing? I'll notice on Discord that you've been playing a different game. Oh, I'll go up a bit. No, wait, that's not what I want. Yeah, it is. Oh, I'm losing my mind. The delay is so much on the stream. Wonder if you can actually... Can you hear the game music? Ascension, that's it. The game is moving too slow for me. I miss having my mount. Wish as a hunter I could just jump on my bear. There's so much stuff that they could add to this game, but they never do. Feign death. No, you can't hear the music. Oh. Wonder how to fix that. Wonder if I need to turn it up on my side, or if it's a different thing. So the stream is just quiet except for you can hear me talk. Oh, that's sad. I'm losing my mind. I don't want to turn it up too much. Isn't that a boss? Whoa, going the wrong way. Drekthir everywhere. So I'm gonna. Why is there two? Why do I have two Hearthstones? Wait, does that make sense? I've never seen that before. I'm not a part of a guild. What the heck? Anyway, um, I'm gonna try and do a stream every Tuesday, alternating, because Tuesday is usually when we upload a video. And so every other Tuesday when we don't upload a video, I'm going to try and hop in just to give you guys something to watch. That, and I've been wanting to stream a Let's Play. As you can tell, I am great at it. I can keep people entertained for hours. Clearly, as you can see. And no, I will probably never do face cam. Alright, to the fun part. Fargo Deep Mine. This is where a couple of people that have done this with me have died. Oh, this is not going to be fun. This is retail. I have done the Average Joe challenge on Classic. I think that character is still up, actually. But, I don't know. Something about retail. I'm just following it right now. Plus, I'm trying to do the Insane challenge. The achievement for Insane in the Membrane is not in. Yeah, like Insane in the Membrane achievement isn't in the game, but people say online that the achievement is in there, so hopefully I can still get the title. But we'll see. Alright, boss fight. I like how I called this a boss fight. Bear, why you no attack? This is my problem with hunters. I just like getting face to face with the mob, and I just want to fight them. But I can't with a hunter. I have to remind myself to stay back. I don't want to go too far into the mines. I've heard that they're kind of pushing hunters into a certain talent tree, like marksman. But I haven't tested that out yet. I might not even go in the mine. Oh wait, I still have to go in the mine. I have to do it for the quest. Alright, fine, I'll go in the mine. Woo. Don't kill me, don't kill me. There we go. I found the mine. I'm getting out. I really should do this on Classic again. I thought I killed that guy. Did I not? All right, one more. I think just recently in a patch they screwed over hunters, but I can't look at the trees just yet. They wanted, if you weren't under beast mastery, they wanted you to not have a pet. They wanted to separate play sub, deal with the bots, blah, 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 inflation. Yeah, bots have really they cut down on bots, but bots were a major problem. But now I think I remember Blizzard wanted to stop hunters from using pets if you weren't in beast mastery. And people were like, that's the whole point of pets. That makes no sense. And a couple of friends of ours, they play as hunters, and they were pissed off about it. Why can't I find a cobalt? I have all the cobalts. Oh my gosh, I didn't do the last quest up there. Oh, I'm an idiot. This is what I get for streaming. I'm not used to talking and doing stuff at the same time. How did I not pull a spider? There's the spiders. Oh, I feel so slow. Give me a mount. Can't believe. Oh, wait, I have a Hearthstone. I can just go back to Northshire Abbey. Perfect. Ugh. This also shows you how much I've made a human. Not a lot. I can't believe I forgot that quest. There he is. $70,000 gold. That's expensive. And that's on the private server? Wait. Oh, for Ascension. See, now I've never played the game. $700,000 gold. My God. That reminds me of back when, which one was it? Like the Grand Expedition Yak first came out. A lot of those extra mobs on your mounts, a lot of those were really expensive. What was it? There was one in Wrath. It was like a bison or something like that. Oh, Ascension is the name of the private server. Okay. I'm an idiot. It doesn't matter which one I pick, because I can't equip it. I'll keep food. I don't need mana. I can't sell it. Okay. Well, now I feel like an idiot. I should probably be talking more for the video, because later on, I don't think people can look at the chat when this comes out as a live video. Or maybe people can. I don't know. I don't know YouTube. %50 of what Engelai says. I don't know, and absolutely. I notice I say that word a lot. Absolutely. Take a shot. Like, go back to old videos, take a shot every time I say the word absolutely. It's not a lot, but it's higher than being normal. Half mage, half warlock, some paladin, and a rogue. Dude, you got a little bit of everything in that character. How can you do warlock and paladin? There is some abilities I wish I could have. Like, I love Discharge and Celestial Steed. Sometimes I wish I could have that connected to a couple of characters. Or, sorry, not Discharge. Disengage. I can't read. My brain. It's like pudding. A tank class. I don't remember the delay being that much the first time I streamed. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Yeah, let's go for that one. Welcome, other random viewer. How's it going? No, you don't know me and I don't know you. Unless if you know me, then I probably know you. How's it going, my fellow kiddos? How's that meme go? Okay. Still doing pretty good, but I'm still in the first level and being attacked by a wolf. I should not probably run through the forest, because then stuff like this happens. Let's hopefully make it past them. I'm trying to read your response and kill at the same time, and I was like, wait a minute, there's a bandit. I'm not gonna try that. People can't see the chat unless they put it on the screen, I think. Videos aren't live at well, yeah, this video, wait, what? For videos that aren't live, that is. Well, I hope they put it up, otherwise it's me reading off you what you're saying. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. This is not good. I thought I could slip by. Don't loot. Can you see how great and elite of a gamer I am? I swear I'm not a noob. Yeah, it does have 2 cooldowns. What is going on with that? Why does my Hearthstone have 2 cooldowns? People think you're going... Dude, I am insane. Especially if I was doing the insane challenge right now. Talking to the... What do you mean? You can't hear that voice? I hear the voice. I hear so many voices. Did I go past it? No, I am here. Okay, Jasper. Yeah, whatever, Jasper, mine. Wait, you're telling me you can't hear the Colonel? I hear the Colonel. Captain Crunch, man. Do 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 do. Was someone just in here? There's no kobolds. Turns out you were never real. Dry has been just like going along with it, and she says, "Yeah, totally, Anglai, you know, you're sane." And she just slowly slides away. Can't you hear the Colonel? I hear the Colonel. That's sad. That's funny though. No, you gotta believe me. He's real. He's real. Just be like, say something. Come on, Colonel, say something. You gotta believe me. Dee Dee. That's funny. Dee Dee. Oh. You know what? That's too far away. Let's go over here. Now remember, I don't want to enter Red Ridge. Because, well, I might do some quests in Red Ridge. But I really want to stay away from Red Ridge. Once I hit level 10, I think I'm just going to go to a different content. Talk to Chromie. Because that will take me away from certain quests that I don't want to do. I'm definitely going to stay away from Pandaria. There's way too many cutscenes in Pandaria. I will die. I feel like I will die if I go to Pandaria. That and Warlords of Draenor. There's a lot of cutscenes in there too. I want to stay away from those. Remember, if I die, I lose. This isn't hardcore, but I probably should have done that. If you do this challenge, war mode is up to you. You can do war mode if you want to. I, on the other hand, will not be doing war mode. If you die, you lose, and that's pretty much it. If you go to the Discord, I have a channel called the Average Joe Challenge, and you'll see the list of actual rules. Some of them may change later on, because some of my guildies were playing it, and then they wanted some other rules. But it's basically, if I die, I lose. Which right now, it seems easy. It's when I get later on, then it will definitely get harder, because I have nothing good on. And I can't change it. I might not do the princess quest. I think I did it last time and I survived, but still scared. Murlocs, not gonna be fun. So you can wear necklaces, trinkets, and fingers, but they can't go above green. Hey, Sarah. Bye, Sarah. I need to kill Clark. Clark is dead. Get up. Get up. If I had a stick, I'd poke you with it. Quit sleeping. Come on. I need to kill you for the quest. Look at this guy. Sleeping on the job. Hey, there he is. Go get him, bear. Go get him. Go get him, bear. Good job, boy. Oh, that reminds me. I need to name the bear. Bear. Let's rename you. What should his name be? That one bear. I know I spelled that wrong. Just accept it. That one bear. Dude, he's that one bear, you know? The King of Poland. You know what? Yeah, I should. It's spelled wrong. Deal with it. The King of Pole. The King of Pole. Da bear. King of Pole. I did not want to put a marker on him. You know what? I'll move some of these around. Good. I have now turtle. I can't wait to go talk to Chromie and get out of vanilla content. There was a bear. Yeah, I've heard about that. And he like smoked cigarettes and drank alcohol, and then they gave him like official paperwork. And then he like retired at a zoo, and every now and then old like people from his platoon would go see him and hang out with him and give him like shots of vodka. I thought that was pretty crazy. There was some other crazy animals in like World War I and World War II that were just like adopted. There was a monkey, a couple of dogs. There was a really weird one. What was it? There's a Murloc 2 feet away from me. How did he not see me? There he is. I got way too lucky there. Oh god, they're all spawning in. I really don't want to mess with that. See that red, that line? That means danger. That means ouch. I don't want that. Yeah. There's a quest over there. The poop quest. Just remember, if it's brown, lie down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, you're dead. If it's one thing I know, it's about bears, and that is I don't know anything about bears. The Prowlers. Vanilla quests. The birth of go collect 5 bear butts and bring it back to me. Gotta love these old quests. I will say... Oh no. You guys may be experiencing buffing. No. No. Open widget. What is this? Poor. I wonder if that has to do with my connection. That's so weird. Okay. Sorry if the quality drops. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Old quests. I loved old vanilla quests because there was no run to this area. It was you had to read the quest text to figure out where the heck you were going. And nowadays, or like, I also hate old quests because it had to deal with this kind of stuff where they're like, go collect 5 bear butts, and it's like, okay. And then the next quest, now go collect 8 of them, go collect 10 of them. Is there anything new? No. Resource grind and hand in. Just use, yeah, that's what my brothers and I did. We just used Questy. I mean, Mankrick's wife, impossible to find. And it was funny because I actually like read the quest too, and I was like, where am I supposed to find her? Gotta love Northern Barons chat. Yes, I understand YouTube is not receiving enough video maintain smooth streaming. Thank you for the warning. Gotta love Questy. If the stream is too blurry, I might have to change it. Huh. Murlocs. That was the very first time I've ever heard of a mod. My brothers and I were playing World of Warcraft, and they were like, let's get Questy. And I was like, what's Questy? They're like, you use it in the game. It's like, how do you use it in a game? I was so confused. I was like, you play a game inside the game? It's like, no, you download the game inside the game. You download a game for the game that's downloaded inside the game. A game is downloaded. Yeah. This one time, Questy took it like the way. I think it also had to deal with where the mobs were at the time, and so the game said it was at a certain location, and I was, but that was because when they were developing the game, the mob was like in a key location. So Questy said, "Hey, you need to go here," but in reality, it wasn't there. It's harder to explain because it has to deal with load times and refresh rates. It's kind of like the portal room in Stormwind. You're technically just underground. I'm not speaking to the voices inside my head. You're speaking to the voices inside your head. But yeah, Questy was very unique. I can't wait for a hunter to watch this video when it's public, cuz they're going to they're going to complain about how well I am playing a hunter. I'm sorry, I'm a paladin. I hope uh I hope Classic does not do Shadowlands. If they did, there's a side of me that hopes that they kind of do a reforge to try and fix it and make it better. But oh no, they should have stopped at Wrath. To be completely honest, when they said that they were doing Classic, I was like, good, just leave it at Classic. And then they did BC, and I was like, that's not good, because then it's where do they stop? And then I was praying that they stopped at Wrath of the Lich King, because it's obvious that is where you should stop it. Because that was the highlight. That they literally have the numbers showing the best expansions and timing. And if they would have just listened to it, they should have just stopped it right there at Wrath of the Lich King. But then they created Cataclysm Classic. And I was like, oh no, that's dangerous. Because now when are they going to stop it officially? Now, Reforge Legion. I agree. I love that. I love that idea. I'm I'm actually glad that they did it. I miss Legion. I will say that. Legion was probably my second favorite or third, probably my second favorite expansion in terms of design, story, uh, questing, and then artifact weapons. And I loved how they spoke and they were like, "We want you to push the game as far as you can. We want you to break it." And I think that's hilarious. The problem with that is is trying to make something that's better than something that you just made amazing. And I need to carefully find my way to that island. Let me run, let me run. I liked Legion. Legion was good. I'd go back to Legion. Alchemy. Can't use that. Wizards. Now, if it were up to me, I would have stopped classic gaming at Wrath of the Lich King. But money speaks louder. Until they realize once they hit Warlords of Draenor, they're going to have another Warlords of Draenor problem. If you ever just see me stop, it's usually because I'm looking at chat. Classic Wrath. Wrath of the Lich King through. That would be hilarious. You know what? That'd be very interesting to see that, like, World of Warcraft villain, or I wonder what they would call it. World of Warcraft villain win, where it's the expansion, but the entire time the villains are winning. I mean, you technically are kind of winning your small little battles, but the entire time the villain is winning the entire time. We're losing the front lines. It's like, what's that one game? Dragon Age, where if you did certain quests, the blight would still spread in those other areas. Because it feels like you are winning, but let's face it, you're also losing at the same time because the blight is still spreading across the world. And that would be hilarious to see on the sense of... So yeah, WoW in reverse. That would be pretty funny. You're playing Wrath of the Lich King, but the Scourge is still going around. Whew, it's a good thing I didn't get that shot off. But yeah, the Scourge is still going around and killing everything. Fight the Lich King. What, like... You can fight everything in the raid. It's once you get to the Lich King fight, you just lose no matter what. And I'm being attacked. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I'm gonna have to fight back. I can't run away from this. Oh, no. I don't like this game. I can't attack. No, let me attack. I've never technically used that ability before. That's weird. Shows you how great of a hunter I am. But let's see here. Burning Crusade. Illidan gets what he needs, which was like the keystone, and then he brings Argus to Outland. That would be pretty funny. Cinematic scene, yeah. It's just... He doesn't, like, fully kill you. He just pushes you away from Icecrown. You're like, I guess we can't do anything about it. Guess we'll have to wall off Northrend. And Cataclysm It'd be Deathwing going through with all of his destroying the earth and bringing on the Hour of Twilight. The cultists are all happy. Yay, boss, you did it! Which, the Hour of Twilight has always confused me. Quarantine Northrend. Listen, you got a little thick up there. It's just a common cold. No, your flesh is falling off. That's a difference. The Hour of Twilight has always confused me, because the Twilight cultists never decided officially on what the Hour of Twilight is. Something happens, boom, it's the Hour of Twilight. Something else happens, boom, that's the Hour of Twilight. And they never decide truly what the Hour of Twilight is. And I think that's hilarious. It's like every cult. It's like, oh yeah, that's us, that's us. They need to get Greymane on that. Quarantine Northrend. He's really good at building walls. I remember the first time I was playing around, what was it, Burning Crusade, and I ran into Greymane's wall. And back then it was, you know, that old version. And I was like, man, why is this here? Why can't I get to the other side? And I always thought it was pretty cool. And then I figured out what it was, and I thought it was pretty lame. Because then I knew for a fact I couldn't get to the other side. What level am I? 9? Get me to 10 already. This is not fun. Ugh. Can't wait for the next episode. It's gonna be pretty unique. A bear! Oh wait, I keep forgetting I have feigned death. Should have probably used that a couple of times on my last runs, especially when I was about to die. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Deblang. Cheetah. Let's see here. You know what's crazy? Is I make these jokes about what if the villain would win? But to be honest, with this saga that's going on right now, if you follow the hero's journey's rules, in the second expansion, we're gonna lose. People have talked about that before, where they wanted. I read your comment. Ajara, Illidan, and Kalthus to create the third faction. I've always wanted a third faction in World of Warcraft. Sadly, we never got it yet. Well, I don't count Pandarans. I'll never count Pandarans as the third faction. But it would be kind of hard to rope that in. But, oh man, it's hard to explain. Because back then, it would have been hard. But in today, it would have been okay. Because back then, you had to worry about the way that everything looked. Like, you can't give Nagas pants. But nowadays, we have dragons and stuff like that. And we can give them weird sets of clothing. I just need to kill one more bear. I was going to say it would have been bad because of Draenei, but Draenei did come in BC, and they can't wear shoes or pants properly. But let's face it, we don't care about the way that they look. We just care about the thing itself. So I thought Naga was gonna become a recent uh, faction. That would have been fun. Can't do that no more. Now on a private server, absolutely, go nuts. But it's already passed, especially with what Kalthos did. Trying to it would be like it would either they you would equip the pants and then it didn't show up, or it would be like a skirt form of it, and they would wear like a skirt texture of what the thing is. I think they would be just better off just not showing anything and just do like no pants, no boots. It would be belt and like shirts and everything above. But if you equipped the pants and boots, you still got what it would give. I think that's how they should have done it. It's kind of like how people want murlocs. I think that's so goofy. I, for one, feel like they should have done ogres for the horde. High elves playable for the alliance. They should have done that years ago. I honestly thought it would. I thought it would come sooner. Back in Wrath of the Lich King, I thought they were going to make high elves a part of the alliance. And people complained that they wanted it, and Blizzard just responded with, it's just different color eyes. And that's not the point. It's about the story. It's about the lore of these different factions and who's working with who. Which, on a gameplay perspective, I understand because a lot of people don't follow the story. So they would hate it. But it would make sense that they were part of the alliance, which they were a long time ago, a part of the alliance because of a trade deal with Lordaeron, and then they got done paying off their trade deal, gave mage powers to 100 different mages, and then just left. I still can't get over the old model for the high elves. If you ever play as a blood elf and you go see the ghostly forms that are in the old high elven houses, they're so ugly. It's so goofy. I and it's funny because high elves were part of the alliance even when Silver. Yeah, they high elves were a part of the alliance, and people have wanted them to be a part of the alliance, like be playable, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, instead of giving the alliance that, they gave them void elves. But that's just an elf with a different color. They shouldn't have done void elves. Well, I like void elves, but they should have done high elves first. Yeah. See, now for the longest time, I thought high elves were completely extinct because they became blood elves or just completely died. And it wasn't until Wrath of the Lich King that they came worming out of the woodworks. I never actually followed the lures. The night elves. No, not the dead people. They weren't night elves. They were high elves. Here, I'll even. Yeah, I'll just show you. Why does logout take so long? Time for side quest. Should have hopped on a horde. Just should have hopped on a horde. Oh, that's my bad. Well, let's do this. Yeah. Get out of the way. Get your stupid mount out of the way. Are you serious? I can't click on that? Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Green Jesus. What is this? The old one? I don't care about the old one. I need the new one. I can't switch. That's right, because this character hasn't done it. That's alright. I just need to go up here. It's Green Jesus. Dude, love Green Jesus. Wait, what part of the video are you at? Because the live stream that I'm watching, I'm still logging out on Tom. It's weird. Ghostlands, Ghostlands. Gotta go up to Ghostlands. Oh, you're like watching exactly what I'm doing. Dang. That's pretty quick. I didn't know that. This whole entire time I thought you were delayed by a couple of minutes. Like a lot of minutes. Weird. Oh, I can't wait for them to update these zones. I hear it's happening soon. But for Eversong and for the Exodar, I can't wait for them to update those zones. Because it was the first time they ever did an expansion. Do you know where these places are actually located? It's very interesting. So for big game design, when this entire world was made, it's kind of funny because all these places aren't actually near each other. So Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor are actually really close to each other, and then when they did the expansion, they're on a different plane. And so where Eversong Woods and the Exodar are, they're right here on the map. They're right behind the portal. So if we could fly out, it's right here because they had to put it all on the same plane as an expansion. And then they just made portals over here. Very interesting. Those elves are like over here at Windrunner Village. Oh, getting hurt. Going on a lore hunt and don't think I don't know how to weed it out. I just love the Dead Scar. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've made so many blood elves. I don't know why, but I did. People are messaging me. Okay, good. I have people coming over later, so hopefully I can do what I want to do. In the next expansion, What do I think about Sylvanas coming back in the next expansion? That's difficult. In the next one. Actually, I don't think she's here. Or the ghosts are here. I think they're in the next village up. I think they're over here. I could... It could go of like two ways. She could come back in the last expansion in the saga as a way to bring back everyone that's inside the story, or they'll just never touch her ever again. Now, there's pros and cons for both of those. But one of the major things is that she brings so much money to Blizzard. She is a poster child, literally. And I think that they could do it. Now look at these ugly people. Look at them. These are the high elves. They're so gross. They're so goofy. But yeah, these were the people I was talking about. It was like the first time you got to see high elves. Yeah, they're just spirits. What the heck? Come on. Bunch of weirdos. Bunch of polygonal weirdos. But yes, I could definitely see them bringing her back in the last one, but maybe not the second one. And that also has to deal with one of my theories is World of Warcraft 2. It may or may not be real, which is a whole entire revamp of World of Warcraft, the game itself, and it would be a time skip. Like 20, maybe even 50 years in the future, and they would basically rebuild the entire world, but everything has changed, everything's updated. Maybe the dead scars like healed, parts of the world are rebuilt and remade. There, where wars are is different stuff going on. Grey Main Wall's rebuilt or something stupid. Booty Bay gets fixed up. And then there's whole new quests. And then we talk to the future generation that we've been questing with. I think that could happen after these 3-part sagas. Or they're just going to keep pumping out newer and newer expansions. But I really think that it's going to be like a high probability after these 3-part sagas. And if that's true, then they're definitely going to bring back a ton of well-known names on the very last expansion so that you can remember all the people before they kind of do a full send-off. It would be kind of funny if they did that with a large year skip, because a lot of these characters are immortal, like the elves, and dwarves live very long lives. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how they deal with that. Where is that person? Leave me alone. Maybe he's at that one. I'm losing my mind. It's so sad what they did to Arthas. They want you to forget that. I never want to forget Arthas. Today's history class, kids. Arthas. Alright, so this guy... History lesson. Do you know this guy? This elf. I don't want to get too close to him. I might accidentally kill him. Who knows this nerd here? It is his pal. It is Arthas's good old buddy friend. Kind of, not really. Arthas needed a way to get into, not just here, the Ghostlands. He needed to get into the Eversong Woods. And to get through, there are keystones, 3 of them to be exact, to enter into there. And the defenses were too strong with those keystones that this guy went behind his people's back and was like, hey, dude, I can, take down those borders for you. And he did it. And basically caused the entire destruction of Silvermoon and its people. But this is where we meet him. Just in this stupid little thing. Look at this guy. He caused so much history. I should do a what if. What if this guy did not help him? What if this guy... we should definitely make that an episode. What if Karn Dakan did not help Arthas? Pretty sure Arthas would still find a way, but, That'd be funny. So much for the Average Joe challenge. Oh, I hate how I can't fly. I'm sure he was the same level as Kel'Thuzad, if not lower. I still think Kel'Thuzad was stronger, but Kel'Thuzad was dead at the time. He was just inside that urn. I don't care. Quit talking to me. Green Jesus. Alright, back to Average Joe. I just... Hold up. Yes, this is my son. This is... Okay, to be honest. Wait, did it fully close out? Hold on. What are you guys looking at right now, to be honest? I better stop the stream. Shit. So this is Dry's computer. I'm using Dry's computer. She got a brand new one. And she had that as her background. And I just never changed it. So that was actually Dry. Super fun. Noob helper Tom. There he is. So yeah, if you were wondering who that was, that was Dry. She likes taking screenshots. Okay, collect a ring. What level am I? One more level. You know what? I don't think I will do this quest. But I probably should. I just need to get to level 10. When was the last time you played WoW? Potassium? First off, 10 out of 10 name. Keep water away from you. You may or may not explode. Whoa, pig. 2019. 2019, dang. That's been a while. Still love the old lore. Oh, we all love the old war. We hate the retcons. We hate the changes. We still love Scholomance the way that it was made to be. But then they babied it up. Perfect. Level 10. Time to go talk to Chromie. I need to get out of here before I lose my mind. How did she resist it? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I'm flying! I can't allow that. Whoops. 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 Hold on. I broke my rules. Hold up. I broke my own rules. There we go. Can't do that. No flying. Remember the good old days when you had to buy flying? Remember the good old days back when you had to, like, buy everything? Didn't he get injured and then he lost resistance? Because back then, he didn't have the helmet. He just had the sword. He didn't have any of the armor pieces. He just stabbed her and then turned her into the Banshee Queen and then got injured and then had to go up to Northrend, fought Illidan, made it to the rest of the armor, broke it out of ice, and then put it on. And then he was just in recovering. So he didn't have the helmet at the time when he turned Sylvanas into the Banshee. What's your drink of choice? Mine is Monster. I may or may not be drinking one right now. Okay, gonna hand in this quest, get a little bit more experience. Yeah, sure, I'll accept it, whatever. I may or may not do those, but I'm gonna go talk to Chromie. I really don't want to keep leveling in vanilla content, because I think you get more experience in the newer content zones. I can't... I wonder, actually, it's been some expansions. I don't think I can do Dragon Isle content just yet, but I really don't want to do Dragon Isle content. I'm staying away from Pandaria and WAD. I'm a little scared of BFA because Flynn Rider, you have some content where you have to follow him around. I don't... Ooh, I can go to the Dragon Isles right away. I might do that. I hate Dragon Isles content, but it might be the safest. Plus I get to fly. Yeah, I might do that. Cataclysm, I'm moving around too much. I have to be very careful in what I decide. You know what? I might do Dragon Isles. Let's do Dragon Isles. Rathian, take me to Dragon Isles. No, but I like a Wrath when he becomes the Lich King. Also, water at the moment. Dude, hell yeah, water. Water is good for the soul. Oh, it feels good to be on a mount. Y'all didn't see me fly. I'm just saying that. Right, guys? Right? You didn't see me fly? Right? That doesn't mean I have to delete this character. Before I go in and accept the quest, there is one crazy thing I need to show you guys. Right here, there's a pug that runs around. Where did he go? Where the heck did he go? Where the heck did he go? Where? I just saw him. Did he despawn? Little girl, where'd your dog go? Am I going crazy? I literally just saw... There he is! This little guy. So, come here. Where the heck did he go? There. If you kill this guy... Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. He might be able to kill me. Oh, no, we're fine. He doesn't hit a lot. If you kill this pug, you get weird looks at you. But he also, come on, drops his collar and some shades. And they sell for a lot of money at such a low level. 54 gold. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's not a lot of gold. But if you're like new to the game and need money, that's the best thing you need. Coffee. What the heck? Anyway. Yeah. See? I told you. You get weird looks to kill a pug. You just gave me a weird look. Now, whatever you do, don't tell Dry that I did that. Yeah. And we all know Turellian's evil. We all know this. Turellian wants to take over the Alliance and use the light as a source to take over the whole world. He has gone insane thinking that the only thing good in this world and universe is the light. And he's gonna kill anything and everything in his path to make sure that the Naru are true. And we all know he's insane. And he's gonna take over the capital of Stormwind, and we're gonna retreat back to Gelneus. And I don't care anymore. But yeah, this dude right here, he's evil. He's super evil. I'm calling it now, dudes and dudettes. The one whole dudette here, probably. I don't know. Stay away from that guy. Stay away. He's super sketch. He even has a speaking line where he wants to change up Stormwind. Anyway, where am I going? I need to talk to people. I just need to go to the harbor. Okay. Stay away from that guy. Turellian, he sells drugs. Stay away from drug dealers. I don't want you hanging out with that young man. Gross, a mechanome. Kick. All right. Should I get anything? I should get fishing and cooking. Because I will have to definitely cook my own food. I need to go to the harbor. Oh, wait, why am I doing that when... Well, I probably need baseline fishing, don't I? Fishing and cooking, fishing and cooking. Hello, Varian. Goodbye, Varian. Now, if you come here at just the right time, you can catch Timmy, and he sells his little cat. Don't forget that. Give me your fishing. I just got a message. Okay. People are still not coming over because no one likes hanging out with me. Anyway. Ugh, wait a minute. What was that? How much gold do I have? That's the real question. Okay. I need to sell stuff. Why? Auto select. Auto select. Why you do this to me? Good enough. Why didn't no auto select? Now, who knows where the cooking trainer in Stormwind is, because I don't play Alliance, and I probably won't look at your guys' texting. Remember, Blizzard provided an explanation where the undead were resist the crown. After I or somehow. Cool. Profession, cooking. Cool. All the way over there. I need to find a merchant. Who is a merchant? Merchant. I like how I ran by 5 stores, but I'm too lazy to go inside, you see? That's the problem. It's not them, it's me. I'm the problem. Where's that quest at? Is this it? No. But I'm still gonna sell my stuff. Whoop, yep. Don't need that. No, I'm gonna keep that. Can't equip. Nope. Yes, nope. I'm gonna hold on to that. Gonna move my Hearthstone over Meow. Gonna put drinks down Meow. Gonna actually equip that shirt. Now remember, guys, shirts are okay because they don't give me any health upgrades. It's just a random shirt. Always keep that in mind. And the stockades. Probably gonna not need this no more. English. Innkeeper, leatherworker, cook trainer. Perfect. Teach me how to cook. Why is it not auto-selecting? That's annoying. Cool, fun, interesting. I need this food for the bear to eat, and I need this food for me to eat. And I should have just sold the linen. I miss first aid. Does anyone else miss first aid? You don't have first anymore. What? Well, they kind of brought back first aid, but you have to be a tailorer. So I look. There's first aid. but I don't think it's the same. Don't you have to do some other weird stuff? Jumping off the cliff. I like how this is a challenge, and if I die, I lose, and I just jump off a cliff. I like that. Cool. There's a gnome. We hate gnomes. Remember that, you guys. We hate gnomes. Because they got rid of first aid for the longest time. Gross, a dwarf. Hello, Khadgar. No idea. Always loved Karazhan. Then. Now Kaligos, I feel like they could have done better on his model. They made him look like a K-pop singer. Not a big fan of that. Dry and I should do a video where we like watch the old cinematics and explain how we feel about them. I like how I'm still watching this even though I don't have to. I do love how tired he looks. I wish they made him look more tired. This man does so much stuff for the Blue Dragon flight. He's insane. They should make him look more tired. They should constantly have a coffee mug in his hand. Fun, anyway. Right, I'm not going to take the boat because I don't trust the boat. Okay. Whew. Can't die, you guys. Can't die. I agree, Colonel. I love the bronze dragons, but yeah, the rest don't really matter. And that last statement, I completely agree with. Whoa! Maybe I should get a new pet while I'm out here. What is that? I have never picked this item up before. What? That's so weird. Sorry, I've never seen that item before. Were there quests over here? Fishing. Okay, I need to go to Elwyn and drop these off because I don't need them no more. Many Englishes. Stormwind, I don't care about that one. And Westfall, don't care about that one. Now remember, if you do the Average Joe challenge, don't go into Red Ridge. It's not worth it. And as you can see, still have all the original gear, except for the shirt. The shirt doesn't matter. I should probably do the talent tree, shouldn't I? That might help a bit. I'll do that. Someone else is here with me. One of the best parts about this challenge that we've noticed is you get a lot of money. Will that monkey be quiet? Where'd my bear go? Where'd the Polish king go? Whoops. Summon. How do I summon? See how good I am at this? Did he die? No. Did my bear die? Am I bad at this game? Unbreakable bond? Oh, that's that new thing where they nerfed him. Bad pet owner, letting your bear die. No, he didn't die. I went under marksman. And with marksman, they got rid... Oh my gosh, I keep clicking on this and not this. Marksman doesn't give me pets. Yeah. Big upsetty spaghetti. I'm a bad pet owner. That's actually bad. Because in the rules of Average Joe, I said you have to do marksman. But this was before the whole pet drama thing. I don't know, I might have to change it. I think I'll be fine. Right, guys? I'll be fine. A petless hunter? Yeah, it's the new stuff. Yeah, Blizzard just hates me. I'll have to talk to my guildies to figure out how you get a pet now. Or if I just have to be a Beastmaster. See, now that would be fun. But I feel like you should still have a pet. Almost pulled that guy. Where is... There is. I agree with that. Where you, like, have a second talent tree for your pet. Wait, don't they have bonuses for extra pets? It's like your bear is more of a tank, and then uh your wolf is more of a DPS. And if you have a turtle, then you get extra stuff. Isn't there? Isn't that a thing? Or am I crazy? That shows you how much I play with hunters. Have the pet talent tree. Oh no, I pulled it. I need to kill babies. Wasn't that vanilla? Did they? I think they had plans for it. There we go. Killed a bunch of babies. Now I feel better about myself. But yeah, if I try to summon him, it says requires unbreakable bond. We all have bad memories, don't worry. This is gonna take forever. Why did I agree to make a brand new character for the Average Joe challenge? I should just hop on my old one. Could be different based on the pet. I'm not cheating. Now, if I do look at Discord, Dry did get plain violet up to level 64. Not max level, just 64. So that's my goal, is getting up to level 65. Nice. Ugh. But it is kind of weird how you level up, you get to level 10, you go under a talent tree, and then they get rid of your pet. That just seems so rude. I went all that questing, and you get rid of my pet? That's just rude. Did WoW have a thing where you play a bunch of parts of different dungeons with a group until you wipe, or no? Like Tourgast, where it was like a roguelike dungeon where you kept advancing and then you kept adding more and more to your stuff until you wipe. But I think you could also just leave at the same time. I'm trying to think if they did that with anything else, but that was mainly just Tourgast. And that was in Shadowlands. Oh, well, no, not really, because in Dragonflight they did a little bit over in the Forbidden Reach with the vaults, but that wasn't really a dungeon. That was more of an exploration kind of thing with keys. Sorry, I mentioned Shadowlands. My bad, my bad. Mana Storm. I've heard of that before. Level 11 to level 27. I am not going to Shadowlands. Plus, to get to Torghast, I would have to level up a lot through Shadowlands. And I ain't doing that. Honoria Shala. Balanesh Delanore. It was broken for a long time. Oh, I thought they fixed it. You know, the first time I played Dragonflight, I could not see any of this. My computer was set to potato graphics, and I could not see any of that. It was until I stole Dry's PC that I was able to now finally see what I'm actually looking at. Yeah, it was pretty funny because I was like, ooh, cool, there's stuff going on. Dragon Riders, only mingling. I strongly suggest not going back to Shadowlands. No one should ever enter Shadowlands. I can't wait for the next episode because we are going to go over Shadowlands. To be honest, the next... Yes. Yes, we are going to fix it. To be honest, it might be a two-parter. There's another quest over me. What if Uther wasn't a sad blue pigeon? See, I hate that so much what they did to him. Oh my gosh. Probably shouldn't say that word out loud though. What if Shadowlands was a good expansion? Yes. What if it was a good expansion? That was one reason why we wanted to even do Warcraft rewrite in the first place, was because we wanted to fix Shadowlands. Why do I feel like I'm missing a quest? Elements, and I need cores. Okay. I don't want to start that quest just yet. Plus I need to write in the book. Oh, it still upsets me when those little clips came out and they shoot Urti. When they shoot Uther that way, it made me so sad. Ermagurta Herb from Irving Glurg Shadowlands. I miss my bear. I miss the King of Poland. See, now back in my day, pets were allowed every time. Uther helped the jailer change my mind. Well, if Uther helped the jailer, then why did Uther help Sylvanas to stop the jailer? Uther did help the jailer on accident by sending Arthas's soul into the maw. I will agree with that. But then they showed the entire thing. I was excited for it, and then it came out. I keep forgetting I have a new ability down here. Really should do something about that. Trauma bonding. Aw. We hate Shadowlands together. Oh man. Da, 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 da. I am probably getting attacked right now. I'm not. I'm actually getting healed. Allowing him to use as a battery for the Frostmourne ripoff. Yeah, he did help. Yeah, I'll allow it. You made it sound like he did it on purpose. Arthas went from Lich King to Lich Battery. Wisp King, no. Wisp King. It's the Wisp King. Wrath of the Wisp King. Wait a minute, I have an idea. What if Shadowlands just never happened? There we go. We just skip over the expansion. You know, like Blizzard's trying to do right now. An April Fool's video, Wrath of the Wisp King. That'd be pretty good. I miss my bear. Surprisingly, haven't taken a ton of damage. I'm only sitting at 300 health. 393 health. This is very safe. Unfortunately, then Anduin wouldn't have left Stormwind, forcing him to... That, yeah. Unfortunately, Anduin would have to do a job. And we all know, what are they called? What are they called? The rich kids. Stock market babies. Trust fund baby. That's it. Anyone's a trust fund baby. Our unemployment king. Anduin, you have to get a job. I don't want a job. I don't think so. I don't think King Daenerys did. You'd have to ask Dry that. She played way more Shadowlands than I did. I think the last time we officially see him is when he's leaning over Arthas. That would be great to see him come back. I want to go to... I don't know, it doesn't matter. Accept. Oof, Dry needs therapy. Too much shadow. You have no idea. Okay. You... she... Oh no. You need to hear it from herself, because there was a person in the guild that forced her to do everything in Shadowlands, and then everyone that she like met up with was like, all right, you need to switch covenants. Okay, this is the new covenant of the week. You need to switch covenants. You need to switch class. You need to switch talent tree. You need to switch this, that, these, and those. You need to be this. And then eventually she was like, I'm done. I'm just gonna become. I'm doing my druid thing. I'm stuck with Ardenweald. I'm not doing anything else. And everybody would not allow her to be a part of the group. Like whenever she wanted to do a raid or a dungeon. That's what happens when you poke people too much. But yeah, definitely way too much Shadowlands exposure. So, you know, I played a lot of Shadowlands, but I also didn't play a lot of Shadowlands. I didn't really do anything big. I just stuck with the Emerald Dream, Emerald Nightmare was the Emerald. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, that's in the ocean, Tom. Right, today's date, blah, blah, blah. Volcanic geodes. Primal Morton core. I thought I already did that. I have to be careful of what I say on YouTube, so I'm sorry, Colonel. I may or may not answer that question fully. There's a lot of jokes that I can make, but I can't. I will say that because Malfurion sleeps so much, we all know for a fact that Tyrande has the biggest toy collection. No, I know I can say wet dream on YouTube. It's just how I want to answer the question. I have to stay clean. I'm sorry. It's guidelines. I can't control it. But yes, we all know that Tyrande has the biggest toy collection in all of Azeroth. Because Malfurion sleeps so much. She's not getting anything. And that's the cleanest comeback that I can give you. Even though there's so much more I could say. Did I have to go back in the cave? Or what if Illidan? If Tyrande and Illidan did stuff? He wishes. But what if Illidan got the girl? Then I don't know. I feel like nothing would change with Malfurion, to be honest. Let's face it. Malfurion seems like the kind of guy that if Illidan got the girl, Malfurion wouldn't have changed at all. He would have just been like, okay, and then moved on. He doesn't seem like the jealous or freak out type. Illidan is better. Sorry, I'm reading your messages and trying to not walk on lava. I have to be very careful. I only have less than 400 health. Maturing Lisa. Why do they have horns? Why do they have horns? Because Druidism. It actually goes back to centaurs. It's a blessing from the centaur god of whatever. Kind of like the, what are they called? The High Mountain Torn. They got the horn, or they got the elk horns from a blessing from the centaurs. Cenarius, that's it. Because they are part of the Cenarian circle, they got blessed, and that's how they got the horns. So Malfurion was blessed by Cenarius. And then Illidan was blessed by a demon. That's so goofy to say. I probably shouldn't have said it like that. He was blessed by a demon. To the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, Illidan, here's your demon horns and hooves. Congrats, you're a full-blood demon. Now drink the blood. Let's do that. Da-da-da. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, yeah, that's right. I need to light the beacon. I need to light the bacon. Surprise, no eyes. Surprise, no eyes. It's so funny because they say they lose their eyes, but they still see. I still think that's dumb. They have demon vision, but you can still see. No, you don't understand, but they can't see, but they can still see. No, but they ripped out their eyes. I don't know. I think that's stupid. Kind of killed the vibe when they can still see. Because, like, when I first saw Illidan, I was like, whoa, that's so cool. He ripped his eyes out. He can't see anything. And then he still looks at people, and I'm like, that's lame. I want to see him walking around with a cane. And he has, like, those dark shades on. And I want to see him whack people with a cane. That's my Illidan. Bring back my Illidan. I can sense the demons through my not eyes because I have demon vision. So you can see. No! Wait, can you see me? Yes. Am I a demon? No. But you can see me. Yes. So you can see me. Yes. This character right here, this dragon, always hated them. This is the most annoying dragon, most annoying quest I've ever done in all of World of Warcraft. This dragon right here. I don't know why. It's just annoying. They pushed it way too hard. Annoying quest. Highly not recommend 10 out of 10. Hey, Rathian. Yeah, she does die very quickly. And I bet if they kept her around, it would still be annoying. Not worth it. The Jarden. What's a Jarden? It's a troll that was mutated. Isn't that what Jarden are? They're like troll base. That's like all races on Azeroth are just evolutions of trolls and different tribes that went near different forms of energy throughout the world, and they evolved into what they are today. Because there's just regular trolls, and then there's trolls that went into different lands and then evolved a certain way. And then there was trolls that went to the Well of Eternity and became the Nightborn. And then the Nightborn moved on and became the Night Elves. And then the Night Elves became the High Elves. And then the High Elves became the Blood Elves. And then the Blood Elves became um, the Demon Hunters. They all connect. That is true. Maiev did help the Legion when she captured Illidan and killed Lady Yashara. Yeah, we do. I'm putting up quotes. We do stop the bad guys in Burning Crusade, but in the end, Illidan created that outpost to stop the Burning Legion, which I always thought was hilarious. When I found out that Illidan created, I want to say Illidari, the demon hunters to kill demons, and it's like, why are we killing people that are helping us? Never understood that. Now she's fired from her job. What is she up to? What is Maiev up to? We didn't kill her, did we? Did she get possessed? Or was that a different watcher that got possessed? Because there was a watcher that got possessed, and I can't remember if it was Maiev or someone else. That's one expansion I really miss, and I wish they would have built on. It was another ward. Okay, it was a different warden. So then, what is she up to? Gul'dan corrupted a warden in the Legion, I think. Yes, I was just wondering if that was Maiev or not. But yeah, why isn't she here in Dornegal? Or is she? She's probably just standing in the back. It's like, where are the dragons? Where's everybody that came to the tree ceremony? Where are they at in Dornegal? Wow. The opening shot. Woman is obsessed with me. Yeah, they should just do it already, to be completely honest. Let's face it, Maiev and Illidan have the thing. She went to the ends of the world for him / universe. Was she in that quest line? Hurry up. Oh, did I go out of range? No. Please tell me I can still talk to him. That lady just wanted to keep talking. This is dumb. This is dumb. To be honest, when I was younger and I saw Maiev and Illidan, I thought they had a thing. Lady, come on, walk with me. I'm on a pony. I'm on a pony. Pony flying through the air. I was about to say something, but it would definitely get censored. Do we ever see Maiev without her armor on? Or does she always have her armor? Wait, that's a lady. The dragon? Or Maiev? I wonder what her model looks like under the armor. Or if they just picked a random night elf style. That's a lady? Wait a minute, that's a lady? That dude looks like a lady. Yeah, well, I think it's a they them kind of situation. 5. Kirsten and Spike live in niche gnome. This truth cannot be ignored. The best way to get rid of a gnome is throw the gnome overboard. Represent Oxhorn. Oxhorn short shorts. Anyone? No, just me? Alright. That's all that matters. Ooh, it's taking longer to kill people. I don't like that. Now, the first time I did this challenge, Dragonflight was the most recent content. Oxhorn vids are great. Yes, they are. Just a little checkup on my armor. Yep. Still baseline. How much gold do I have? I should transmog. I don't think I have enough. I did kill that pug, though. Just don't till dry. No! Yes! It counted. What? My fingers were on the wrong spot. That's what he said? Question mark? Oh, that's right. I need to get the whelps. I wonder if there was a flirting scenario between the two. Illidan could have gotten Maiev if he didn't go all demon mode 1,000 years ago. Wasn't he and Malfurion prodigies? Yes, Illidan was born with yellow eyes, so he had a special future, and both him and his brother, aka Malfurion, were both amazing druids. I believe they were both druids. I'm trying to remember. Either way, Illidan used magic, and then he was shown how to use a special form of magic where he can absorb magic from other people, and he sacrificed his own platoon because he was in charge of like a small army to stop a demon invasion, and that's what got him kind of hooked onto stealing magic, and then eventually he went on to Fel. But yes, they were both masters of their craft. Look at all the stuff I'm getting that I cannot use. Time to sell it all. Something that rhymes with abused. Do 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 do. Hello, Draenei. Women, am I right? Wait a minute, that would be a pretty good video with a what if. Like, what if Illidan and Maiev became a couple, and then instead of hunting him down, she was actually helping him the entire time. Let's just face it, okay? Do you even try selling anything in the auction house? I really don't. I could look at items and see how much they are, but I'm way too lazy. And I could get an add-on that would show me how much it costs in the action house, which I should, but I'm also way too lazy. Hello, how are you? But yeah, that would be a fun. I think it would be interesting to see how. What was I getting at? So Maiev has been like hunting Illidan down, and he always seems to get away. Let's face it, I think there's been a lot of times where she let him go on purpose, which actually there was a couple of times where she let him go. The stream cut out for anyone else. Dang, that sucks. That's sad. That's upset. Turns out I don't know what I'm doing. Level 14, here we go. Let me check out some stuff. Cool. Okay. I don't know. Stream didn't cut out for me. But then again, I'm the one streaming. What if Maev was secretly helping out Illidan the entire time? What I also don't get is the back and forth with Illidan. Illidan nearly had her trapped in the tomb of Sargeras. I had to blink away. When the Demon Lord Balthazar, I believe it was, when he came into the world, destroyed Delaran, went to Mount Hyjal, and then was destroyed by the Wisp summoned by Malfurion. I think it was Malfurion. Tyrande went to break Illidan out of jail to help them kill, I think it was Balthazar. But then Illidan went up and fought Arthas in Northrend. Why are they so back and forth on his crimes? Because then right afterwards they hunt him down again. It was Archimonde. Okay, so when Archimonde had to get stopped, they broke Illidan out of jail. Tyrande did that, by the way. This wasn't just some random elf. It was the leader of the Night Elves, relatively. So why are they so back and forth on his jail sentence? It's either just kill the guy or don't kill the guy. And I think they just like Illidan. Let's face it. They both like Illidan. They're like, I don't know. We should keep the guy around. He kills demons. I never really I never really liked that in the lore, how back and forth they were. Pick a side. This murderer is really good at killing murderers, therefore we should keep him around. Too much of a wussy. It's so true. He was just like, and then she's just staring at him like, what are you gonna do about it, King? What are their titles? It's so weird, because you hear Tyrande, she's like Queen of the Night Elves, but Malfurion is not King of the Night Elves, he's just Malfurion. Or is he just like the leader of the Emerald Dream, or whatever title they give him? I do love how much they have Maev talk about how well she knows Illidan. I've tracked him so much. I know his every moves. Why is he not in jail? Why? What's taking so long? Oh, he's an archdruid. Okay. That's still weird. Why don't they just call him King of the Night Elves? King Archdruid of the Night Elves. Now that's a solid title. That's a title I would not want to rock, because I'm not a druid, and I'm not stupid. Oh, I forgot. Isn't there extra EXP going on right now? Yeah. And I'm doing Dragonfly content, so I get even more EXP. Does that count as cheating for this challenge? I think it does. But I'll just keep doing it. Quit hitting me. Stop it. You're rude. Steady shot does no damage. I should just 60 versus 340 and 80. Steady shot is useless. I forgot I had this thing. 7 shots. Should definitely move that down a bit. My bars are a complete mess right now, and I should organize them. I promise you, my bars don't usually look like this, but I'm way too lazy to fix it. Shouldn't Rathian swoop in? Yeah, there he is. Look at this goober. Look at this goober. Where's Anduin? Oh, yeah. It's Legion. Or, not Legion. It's Dragonflight content. Anduin is running away and hiding somewhere in the world. I kind of like that. I like that. Getting more messages, making sure that the people that are coming over will tell me, okay, do. By the way, the Night Elf kind of, I'm not gonna say that word. Yeah. Wait. For exiling those that happen. So, do you mean the High Elves? Because the High Elves used Arcane? And that was the reason. So, a section of Night Elves started using more Arcane power. And Night Elves were like, hold on, we should just use Arcane. Or just Druidism. Defense against the Burning Legion, sorry, and yes. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I agree with that. That is kind of weird in the lore. It kind of also goes along with the whole why do certain factions help with certain people? And I hate these kind of people. It's like warlocks. We we are okay with warlocks, but we hate demons. But they're using demons to help fight demons, like a demon hunter. I do think it's kind of funny how it comes back to bite them. How you're not allowed to use arcane magic, and then uses arcane magic. A rare spawn. Oh, I hope this guy doesn't kill me. Yeah, Night Elves have definitely changed their mind on a lot of things. It's like when someone starts a hippie cult and then they realize that they miss showers and they decide, you know what, plumbing is okay. I need to be a vegan, but you know what? Fish tastes good. Let's allow fish. I forgot I can mount up. I completely forgot. That would help make this go by a lot faster. My my PC is below me, and I can just feel the heat radiating up. It's kind of funny. Some of the lore makes sense in World of Warcraft. Because I think, whoa, originally they wanted to keep Night Elves just druids, and then they started connecting other classes and races together. Like, how originally no one from the Horde could be a paladin, and no one from the Alliance could be a warlock. I always thought that was pretty interesting. Ow. I think I have to kill a guy in here. Spawn timer, spawn timer. There's a spawn timer. Shaman. Oh, I was wrong. Shaman. High elves never tried. I think the High Elves did try to join the Alliance because they sent out emissaries to go to both the Alliance and the Horde. So you could count that as the High Elves or at the time it was the Blood Elves. The Blood Elves trying to talk to the Night Elves. But then nothing came from it. Whoops, I need to go up the tower. My bad. I can't use any of these. This one sells for more money. Wow, a new gun that I can't use. Just a little bit of a checkup. Yep. Still haven't equipped it any. Let's do that. I wonder, there must be a reason why that they don't have Blood Elves and High Elves join each other. I think it's because the Alliance thinks that the Blood Elves are still connected to Calthalos and the Outlands propaganda. And also how Kalthus messed with the Exodar when the Draenei were leaving Outlands and it crash landed on Azeroth. And yes, that's why the Exodar crashed. The High Elves, or the Blood Elves, messed with the technology on the spaceship. Arcane can lead to Fel. Um, maybe. I think it just has to deal with the addictive properties. Because Arcane has to deal with order, and Fel has to deal with chaos. So they're opposites from each other that might lead to each other. Same as the Naru are pure light and can still be corrupted to become pure void. A lot of things are like that in the Warcraft universe where opposites attract each other or become each other. So I could see Arcane becoming a part of uh, the Fel. Kind of like what they did in the Warcraft movie where Medivh, instead of in the game originally, Medivh went to while he was in the Kirin Tor, he was studying Fel, and they kicked him out. And so did Khadgar. If I remember everything correctly. But I could be wrong. Everything I tell you could also be a lie. Congratulations. Sounds good enough to me. Amen. Ugh, fire. Sorry, I'm killing and trying to focus on what I'm even doing. If I go silent, I'm focusing. I'm just surprised none of the Blood Elves ever said, yeah, no, we want to join the Alliance. We want to join the Horde. Oh! I think I remember. I think it had to deal with... So when the Alliance Kingdoms were getting taken over, and Arthas was making his way up to the Elves, they required assistance from the Alliance at that time, and they didn't send anyone over. But at that time, they were also dealing with their own Scourge invasions. Do 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 do. I feel like Blizzard does a really good job at that, describing why certain people hate each other and like each other, but it's always for other reasons. They did a really good job with that in Legion, where they make the other race really look like the bad guys, even though they had no choice but to leave certain things. Depending on what scenarios you did, if you did the Alliance scenario, you didn't see the Horde get attacked and they had to leave the shelf and the viewpoint. So from the Alliance perspective, it looks like the Horde and Sylvanas are leaving you to die on the beach. But in reality, if they would have stayed there, they would have died. And then on the other side, we on the Horde saw the Alliance kind of leaving us to die in other cases. They did a really good job with that. And Pandaria does a really good job at that too. Because if you look at quests and certain characters, when you're helping out Pandaren people, like there's a quest that says go help enslaved Pandarans, and then you go save them. And it's kind of funny because when you're on the Horde side, it says the Alliance enslaved some Pandarans from this village, go save them, and you have to break them free. And then on the Alliance side, it says the Horde enslaved some Pandarans, go set them free. We should do a video on that. What if they joined? I agree with you. What if the Blood Elves joined the Alliance? Level 16. Level 16. Bunch of babies attacking me. I'm trying to read what you're saying, but I don't want to die. I'm in lava. Oh my gosh. Horde got the not hot. They could still give us Void Elves. The only reason why the Alliance got Void Elves is all because of Illyria. That's the only reason. That's the only connection that they give. And they say that in-game too. That's the only reason. I find that hilarious. The Horde are not allowed to have elves. Ugh. Kill, kill, kill. I miss my bear. Nightborn, Night Elves, High Elves, Blood Elves, Void Elves. I think there's another one. Satyrs are the demonic version. Well, they started off as druid connections, and then the Emerald Dream got to them and they got corrupted. I would label them as a form of elf. But remember, it all goes back to trolls. They're all just trolls. $7.15. Feel like I'm missing a book. By the way, if you've never done this quest, the books I'm collecting around here have the goofiest names. Human villains. I agree, and I think we'll definitely see that. Get out of my way, you little whelp. I think we'll see that with Torellian. They really need to bring back the whole Alliance does bad stuff too. Alliance is not good guys. Horde bad, Alliance good. But even with the Scarlet Crusade, it's just a Dreadlord convincing them to do bad stuff. And now there's a Dreadlord in with the Paladins. I forget his name. And he's like Lightforged Dreadlord, so he's good, trust me. He's a cool guy. But let's face it, it's a Dreadlord. And throughout the Shadowlands lore, we learn that they infiltrate any and everything that they can. So I don't trust that Lightforged Dreadlord. But yeah, instead of Pride and Prejudice, that book was called The Pride and Proto Drakes. Let's see here. The Lord of the Wings. I don't know, we're a bunch of nerds around here. I'm pretty sure I don't have to say what that means. I thought that would work. Nice. The elements. Or elves. I can't use mounts. Whoa! That would have been a horrible way to die. Dumb ways to die. I think it would be good just to have a nice generic human turn evil. No void corruption. Just a generic human. Just going crazy. Like Edwin Van Cleef on steroids. That's what we need. The duality of man. A Dreadlord commanding a bunch of elves. That'd be interesting. I would say it would be interesting to see the Guardian. So I need to kill this guy. Khadgar never fully accepted the roles of the Guardian. So anyone can kind of take over the mantle. To a certain extent, I should have not attacked this guy. Really shouldn't have attacked this guy. I have feigned death just in case. Will I survive? Probably not. Don't shoot. I'll die. I'm gonna die. My feigned death ran out. Am I gonna die? Turtle shell. No, no. I don't want to die. Fell in lava. Let's stay right here. No, he can still shoot me. I'm now swimming through lava. Oh. uh, I knew I shouldn't have killed that rare spawn. Thank you. Thank you. I like to sing when I'm in danger. Come on over to the Discord where Tom, dead. What level was he? He was level 17. Rest in peace. Sorry, Tom. If you would like to see all the rules and regulations to the Average Joe Challenge, definitely go over to the Warcraft Rewrite Discord. Link in the description below. I sound like a YouTuber. And it is time for me to delete this character. I'm sorry. I thought I could get him. What a shame, what a shame. I just thought I could do it. I got too big for my britches. I knew it. And then it auto feigned death for me, and I was like, oh, thank gosh. But I accidentally hit shoot, and I was like, no, I saw the bullet flying through the air. Ah. Goodbye, Tom. May your beard forever clipped in all of Shadowlands. Ugh. What a shame. I tried. Going on 3 hours. 3 hours, dang, that's crazy. Nothing to do now but stare at Dornagal. It's alright, because in the end, I do have another Average Joe character. Challenges. This guy, Average Joe, this man. What happened to the Windrunner sisters from the War Within? Sylvanas is not in the War Within. Illyria is next to Turellian. And what's her name is dead, I believe. Right? Or am I crazy? Is the third sister dead? This man, level 27. If I go to his armor, you will see that all he has is fingers, trinkets, and a necklace. Everything else is still base gear, and he has not died. Even though he looks like he has better gear, but he's not. I will... If I ever stream again, I'll just hop on this guy. Verisla? Verisa? No, her husband, Ronan, was killed. Yes, Ronan was killed during the bombing of Theramore. She is... Where is she? I don't know where she is. I don't know. Maybe she's like Rexar, just out in the world somewhere. I think the last time we see her is Shadowlands, where she speaks to her sister one last time. Actually, I could just go to Dornegal. Let me just go to Dornegal real quick. She might be around here. Let's see here. Anduin and Thrall are up here. And then down on the beaches. Like over here, over there. I can't remember where. Somewhere there's an item. Where is she? If she's anywhere, she'll be around here. SI7 agents. Horde Alliance. G. The captains. I love how I could easily just look on my phone to figure out where these people are, but I'm not. There's also the chance where she just still might be in Dornegal. Oh, the Dark Iron Dwarves people. Jaina. Other people. Really? Where is she? Okay, now I'm definitely gonna look. It tells me she's in Dalaran. Well, about that. She might be in Stormwind. No, that's like an old model. Wait, if she was in Dalaran, I wonder if she was there for the purging of Dalaran. That would have been pretty funny. Is Rexar dead? No, Rexar is not dead. The last time that we saw Rexar was during BFA, where he held out an outpost in Stormstrong Valley. Atheus, Kelagos. That's so weird. She should be around here, shouldn't she? Maybe she did die. Rexar was given the option to be war chief, but he denied it by Thrall himself, and then gave the title to Garrosh. What what expansion is this? World Soul? Or no, wait. War Within. Did she die? Oh, she went. She disappeared. We ask her sister, "Is she safe?" And she says, "She's safe, thanks the stars. She moved away from Delaran a few years ago, but she's missing." Oh no! My charger fell out. Ugh. Yeah, it's just a windrunner thing. You wouldn't understand. They just take rotations. Which sister are we talking about now? So Sylvanas is canonically in the Maw in Shadowlands right now, collecting the souls that she purged there. Illyria is now around in Dornagal / Hollowfall, probably even Ashkahet. She's around here somewhere doing quests and stuff. But the other one is missing. Sylvanas is quote unquote dead. she's in hell, but she's not dead. She's a Maw walker. And then we have Justin Bieber up here. Bronzebeards. Yes. Murden and Magni are still alive. That depends on if you want to see. So when you go into delves, so in recent game, if you go into these little things, Magni follows you along. Or not Magni, Murden does. Magni Do you want to know what happens to Magni? Do you want spoilers? Who's okay with spoilers? That's the main thing. Can I get a yay or nay? You're fine with spoilers. All right. So Magni gets out of his diamond form and goes back into being a human form, like flesh and blood, after speaking with what's her name? The world soul, Azeroth, the planet we live on. So yeah, now Magni is no longer in his diamond form. He got free. Well, he's a ginger. He's a dwarf. All dwarves are gingers, basically. It is weird looking at him and not seeing him in his diamond form, like he's had for years. The diamond chamber is still there. You can still go down there. It's pretty interesting. Don't worry, we all know gingers don't have souls. He can't die. He doesn't have a soul. How do you kill that which has no soul? Don't mind me. Just just doing my stuff. Just running around doing my little things. I have not been on Angle Eye that much, as you can tell. I'm only item level 630. It's not a lot. But yeah, if I go to what character am I on? Yeah, I could do it. Dries on. Wait, is she hopping on? So we have Illyria here. Khadgar's still in the chair. Oh, that reminds me what I was going to say before. So we could get a really awesome idea to make a human go crazy is if Khadgar, he still hasn't accepted the guardian status. So if another archmage druid decided to take it from him, he could become the new guardian and be the strongest mage amongst the world. How they explain that he gets the magic is not fully understood. There was a mini clip where all he had to do was open up a book, but it was actually a trap set for him, and it didn't happen. But Medivh never really fully explained how Khadgar becomes the Guardian itself and gets the full power. And keep in mind, Medivh is actually still alive. Like actual Medivh. He's still alive and out in the universe fighting the Burning Legion / probably the Void. Yeah. See, I think it would be fun to see someone steal the title of the Guardian because they think that they need it. Come to think of it, we should probably pitch that to Blizzard. Blizzard, I know you're not watching this, and I know the chain of command will never hear any of this, but please have someone steal the title of the Guardian to become the next villain, because that just sounds amazing. That just sounds fun. Have a whole expansion dealing with the duality of man and the hunger for power. It will be Sylvanas. I don't. Nah, I don't see Sylvanas doing that. We just need a dweeby dork kid that's a part of the Kirin Tor that just thinks that he's cool and just steals the power. I know what's right for the world of Azeroth. I will set us free. You know, that kind of stuff. But you know, in his mind, he's the hero. How are you guys still watching this? I'm not doing anything. I think that's one of the best parts about Warcraft Rewrite is I just wanted it to be just a couple of people wanting just to talk about the lore of World of Warcraft and speculations and ideas. It was never meant to be scripted. It was never meant to be serious. It was just like, hey, who's on? Hey, do you want to talk about World of Warcraft? Because when I grew up, I had no one to talk World of Warcraft with. And now I finally have a way to talk to people that actually care about the same things instead of going on like Reddit, which, let's face it, Reddit is Reddit. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, oh, I was gonna go to the Diamond Chamber, the Heart Chamber. Well, not the Heart Chamber. Is that, did they call it the Heart Chamber? That would be so weird. Let's find out. Literally, I don't know if you guys saw it, but we post whenever we release a new video. We post it to Reddit to try and get more views to come and see the YouTube channel. And the Garrosh Hellscream video got so much anger, especially from two people. They flooded the comments, completely S-post it all, and just kept on saying that we were a bunch of Nazis, believing that Garrosh did nothing wrong. They did not read it, that it was a what if. It was, they thought that we were saying Garrosh did everything right, and they kept on calling us Nazis. And racists and bigots and all this other stuff. It was just horrible. I know. So we're no longer advertising on Reddit anymore. We actually took that post down. Where did you post it though? r/World of Warcraft, I think. Some subreddits are complete. Yeah, I mean, it was World of Warcraft. I don't know. I also didn't do it because I don't have a Reddit account. It was all dry. It's hard finding places to post to try and get eyes on it. That's why we need your guys' help. Because we're trying to go around and like show it off, but we can't find any of the right places. So thankfully YouTube did kind of spread us a little bit. That helps out a lot. Wee. Where is the throne room? Where's the throne room? Military ward. Is it where the Great Forge is? Yeah, right here. Okay. So, Moira was able to connect the three dwarven clans together. And... Oh, where's the door? Where's the door? Oh, do they have a new door? That's so weird. It used to be closed. You had to open it before. Back in my day. This is the diamond location. Oh, they completely revamped this room, I think. Yeah. This is where Magni got turned into diamond while trying to communicate with Azeroth. And he was stuck here for a couple of expansions. You could come into this room and you would see Magni just encased in diamond. And then when he was gone, it just showed a bunch of diamond right here. They updated this place. That's so weird. That's it, the shattering. Deosa, how's it going? Deosa, are you watching the stream? Type pi if you're watching the stream. Even in game. I believe in you. No? Okay. They're not doing anything. Live stream. Live stream. I remember this anvil being bigger. Am I crazy? Alright, this stream has gone on for like almost... Wait, it's been more than 3.5 hours. I think I might end it. Any other lore questions before I hop off? Maybe it felt bigger. I was playing a gnome. I don't know. I honestly feel like this anvil was bigger. Or maybe I'm crazy. Then again, you know, guys, I'm not an alliance player. I'm a horde player. I didn't really see this much. Maybe I'm just crazy. Well, Colonel, post them. I think I'm gonna head out. You can tell it has more than 3 polys. Thank you guys for joining. If you want to try the Average Joe Challenge yourself, go to the Reddit. Go through the Reddit. Not Reddit. Oh my gosh, I just publicized Reddit. That's disgusting. Go to the Discord. Link in the description below. Check it out. You can do it yourself. Don't be afraid to post your character's name, what level they are. And yeah, just keep it posted on the journey in there. I would love to see how far someone can get. If you get past Plain Violet, aka Dry, please post it. That sounds hilarious. Someone needs to beat her. And I'll see y'all later. So yeah.